Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another short story, another chapter in book 4 of the Clockwork Chronicles, the final obstacle. We are doing chapter 15, and if we have a shorter chapter, we might do chapter 16. Even though the last few I did do 2 chapters, that was only because I decided I wanted to do 2 chapters. But if you guys want me to continue doing it, let me know. Yeah, you know the drill. Like, if you like the video, be sure you like it. And if you haven't hit the bell already, be sure to do so you don't miss when the next story comes out. Because otherwise, you might miss it, and you might be lost in the future. So yeah, we're doing chapter 15. Feel free to read any of the older chapters. You probably should read the other chapters first. Spoilers. And yeah, I've already recorded touring the YouTuber town based on Nettie's home in the story. So yeah, because we're getting close to it already, so yeah, it depends on how long it takes. So like, we're getting close enough that I can share it with you. But I have recorded it already, so. Chapter 15. Sam found Squishy in the love garden after his talk with Nettie, both full of relief and excitement. For once, they had good news. Their friend was safe, and it wouldn't be long until they saw him again. The duckling looked up as he approached, standing up as he came up to her. Is everything all right? You seem to be in quite a hurry. Yeah, everything's fine, the boy replied. Nettie called, though. She was news about Stampy. What happened? Is he okay? Did they find him? She asked, a mix of emotions exploding in her expression. The boy didn't blame her, after all. It had been far too long since they'd heard anything about their friend. She did find him, the boy said, and she wants us to go see him and help him as he recovers. Recovers from what? She asked slowly. The boy swallowed. Stampy's been through a lot since we last saw him, but I know he's doing fine from what I hear. The duckling nodded slowly. Are you sure it's safe to go see him? Nettie seemed to think so, the boy said matter-of-factly. Besides, I'm sure he'd feel better knowing that we're okay, and that we will be there for him. I want to, she said softly. I don't want to make things worse for him if anything does happen. I'm sure it'll be fine, the boy replied. I know she talked with Santiago about it. He seems to be okay with it. It's just, I don't know. I want to, but want to put him in any danger, especially if the men are looking for him, she admitted. They won't get to him. I'm sure of that, the boy replied. We'll find a way. We've done it before. We have, she agreed, as she said. So, when do we go? Whenever you're ready, the boy said with a smile. She hesitated for a long moment, looking back over her shoulder to the buildings that stretched far and wide. Do you think the helpers would be able to take care of things here? I have a feeling they've done it before, the boy replied. She nodded. Yeah, you're right. How about we go to the portal and see what we can do? Sam asked. You never know what we might be able to help with Stampy. Stampy needs people who care about him to surround him and help him. He needs you, Squishy. She missed her smile. I really trust that you know what you're doing. I do, the boy said. I won't let anything happen to either of you, if I can help it. I just need you to trust me. I trust you, she said calmly. She took a deep breath. Let's go then, before I change my mind. Sam smiled and nodded. All right then, follow me. They walked out of the love garden and headed into the direction to where the portal would be. The boy kept his eyes ahead, alert and ready, eager to see his friend again. Been far too long, and along with many hours of worrying and not knowing. Now he did know, and he would be able to see his friend again. He wouldn't wait. He wouldn't wait. That's a very interesting sentence. He couldn't wait, and he knew that the duckling felt the same way. Wow. Sam walked silently beside the duckling, forest surrounding them as they walked down the paved dirt paths that the boy knew would lead to the village. made up of YouTubers. Last time he had been to the place, it had been in ruins, destroyed by a recent attack by Mr. A's men. That didn't work. Where they had taken Nettie and Martin. If Jimmy hadn't gone out of his way to tell them, they may have never known what had happened. But a good amount of time had passed, and the boy was sure the place had been rebuilt bigger and better than before. The silence grew as they continued through the forest, the trees slowly but surely becoming less dense as time went on. The boy looked around warily, making sure no one was sneaking through the shadows, just waiting to pounce. But if they had been, wouldn't it have happened by now? Couldn't be so sure. How far do you think we are to the place? The duckling asked curiously as they continued on, finally breaking silence that had been drawing on and on for quite a while. Sam shrugged, not really knowing himself. It wasn't like he tried to figure it out. Back then, he'd been too concerned to make sure Nettie's fence had been okay after something like that. He was glad that everything was recovered and was okay, but only time would tell. The boy began to recognize some signs ahead. Probably a few more minutes, the boy said. Not very far. Probably a few more minutes. So, okay, she decided. She took the scenery around them. Is it me, or does the place seem awfully quiet to you? It is pretty quiet, the boy admitted, but then shrugged. You should be fine now. I hope so, she said with a frown. Frown. Still, this feels kind of creepy. I'm not going to disagree with you there, the boy said, simply. But if there was anything out there, I don't think we should need to worry about it right at this moment. She nodded. I hope Stampy's still there when we arrive. I'm sure he will be, the boy replied gently. If not, someone will certainly point us in the right direction. Yeah, that's true, she said quietly. They were just approaching a clearing as she said this, and the boy walked onward, finally passing the trees and seeing a town ahead. It looked cozy and charming, a lot better than what he was used to in his world. It looked beautiful and fit in well with his surroundings. To the north, there was a snow-capped mountain, towering over everything. It was cool, but not too cool. It felt like a place where explorers and adventurers would live and explore. Wow, the duckling said. They've been busy. Yep, they sure have, the boy said as he smiled at his friend. So, where do you suppose Nettie and Stampy are? I don't know, Squishy admitted with a shrug. They don't really seem awfully clear to me. The boy nodded as he looked back to where they were going, noticing that someone was approaching them. It was a tall, lean man with unkempt hair and dark gray eyes. His smile of greeting was crooked and simple, as if he had better things to do. What brings you two to these parts? The man asked, simply, readjusting his camouflage uniform. Do you know where Nettie might be? The boy asked, not sure if he should mention his friend just yet. Yeah, she's hanging out in the inn with her brother, the man said casually. Want to see him? Of course, the boy said. And the man nodded. Follow me, then. The boy and the duckling did so as they walked down a path, past several buildings before coming up to one that had the two men guarding the entrance. Is it all right if we come in? The man asked the guard simply. They aren't expecting visitors, one of the guards grunted. I'm pretty sure Santiago made it clear that these two are good to pass, the first man said. Are you sure they aren't trying to pretend to be his friend? The other one asked. They won't try anything? I think I know who his nephew is. Without having to ask, the first man said simply, with a slight smile. Besides, the duckling is unmistakable. That's real. This guy shook his head again. Sorry, but we can't let him mess. Suddenly, they all heard the door in the inn open, and the boy looked up to see a broad-shouldered man who looked to be in his late 30s to early 40s. The man's piercing amber-brown eyes seemed to demand obedience. Detail. What's going on here? The man said as he looked at each of them individually. How's just trying to let our new guests see their friends, but fortunately these men won't let us through," the first man said. "We never said we wouldn't," one of the guards said sharply. "We just don't want to make a mistake and let the wrong people in." The man at the door shook his head, as if this sort of thing was a regular occurrence. "Let them through. It's been quite a while since they've seen their friend." "Yes, sir," the other guard grunted, sounding awfully disappointed, and they both stepped aside to let them and Squishy through. The boy went forward, ignoring the glares coming from the guards, as he and his friend joined the man by the door. "You must be Sam, then?" the man asked. "Yes, sir," the boy nodded, holding out a hand to shake. The man took it and smiled. "No need to be formal with me, lad." The man chuckled. "I'm Santiago, as you can probably guess." "It's nice to meet you," the boy said, as the man shook the duckling's hand as well. "The pleasure is mine," the man said with a calm tone. "Now, why don't you two come inside so we don't bother these two below us?" "Fine by me," the boy said, glancing back to see the two guys eyeing them with distaste. What did they ever do to deserve that? All he wanted to do was see his friend. He was pretty sure that wasn't a crime. Sam shrugged it off as they went inside what appeared to be a reception area, and Santiago led them up the stairs to the second floor, coming to a room where they stopped, Santiago hesitating for a long moment. "I don't mind if you take the rooms next to this one," the man said simply. "But if he's still resting, try not to bother him too much. He's still recovering." "Thank you," Squishy said with a nod. "You didn't have to do all of this for him." "Nettie wouldn't have it any other way," the man chuckled. "But if you need anything, just let me know." "We will," the boy nodded, as he grabbed for the handle and opened it, stepping inside as the duckling followed right behind him. First thing the boy saw was the room. It had a white walls with a ceiling with a large window in the back. The room had a few bits of furniture as well. The boy, unable to help himself but be amazed, his place looked cozy and peaceful. Finally, the boy looked over at the bed. Sitting there was his friend, Stumpy. He looked exhausted, but wide awake. Tears filled his green eyes as he saw them, sitting beside him with Nettie, her smile big and welcoming. "Aw. Hey, Stumpy," the boy said, giving him a wave as he went over to him. "Hey," Lucas said, swallowing as he wiped away some tears. "You okay?" "We're fine. See?" the boy said with a smile. Skid tackled him in a hug. Guy returned the embrace, glad to finally see his friend again. "I missed you, both of you," the cat said as he finally pulled away, looking back at the duckling as he smiled. "I missed you too," the duckling replied, tears filling her own eyes. "We were so worried." "Come here," the cat said softly, gesturing for her to come closer. She did so, and he gave her a hug as well. The boy, seeing that they were both crying with happiness to see each other again. Oh. The moment seemed to last for a long while before the cat finally pulled away, his expression looking tired and distant as he sighed, a smile on his face. "You need rest, Stampy." "I'm serious," Nettie told him simply. "I know," the cat sighed. "But I can't sleep. That was nightmares." "Maybe I could help?" Squishy asked him gently, an offer the boy knew very well. It wasn't the first time he'd heard about those nightmares the cat sometimes had. The duckling had experienced it once before. The cat had been recovering from what Mr. A had done to him, when he had been betrayed by his own so-called protectors, as Nettie had called him. "You think it will?" the cat asked quietly as she went over to the other side of the bed, kneeling so she was at his level. "You won't be alone," she said. "You're gonna be okay. Trust me." "I want to. It's just I'm scared," the cat replied weakly. "What if they come back?" "If they do, we can handle it," Nettie assured him. "There's more of us than there are of them. They won't stand a chance." The cat nodded. "I hope you're right." "I know I am," Nettie said with a smile. "If you want us to leave the two of you for a while, we can." "You won't be far?" the cat asked. "Won't call away?" "Always." She nodded, looking over at the boy with a reassuring smile. Sam nodded. "Should right. We won't be far if you need anything." The cat nodded and nodded, sighed, closing his eyes as he said, "I'll see you soon, I suppose." I'll be waiting," the boy said with a chuckle. "Don't worry. I'll try not to," the cat replied simply. The boy nodded as he looked over at Nettie, who had gotten out of her seat and walked over to the door. He silently looked back at his two friends, glad to know that they were once again together, like it always was meant to be. Hopefully, this time, it would stay that way. Quick. Yep, we should probably end that here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little chapter. Chapter 15. I always look like Clockwork Chronicles Book 4 is Final Obstacle. You know, that fun stuff. Yeah. Don't worry, there's more action to come. We got a lot of chapters to go through. I don't think we're even halfway. We're not even halfway. We're almost halfway already, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah. Be sure to leave any comments, thoughts, questions, or theories in the comments below. You know how this works. Anyway. If you haven't read any of the other, listened to any of the other chapters yet, be sure to do so. Chapter 16 will be out soon. I don't give a specific date, but so far it's on Mondays and Fridays. Unless there's a theory video, then I do that on Friday instead, which is fine. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!